After a long time away from the public eye in theaters, Transformers Rise of the Beast is proving to show that there's more than meets the eye. Okay, that was a very horrible pun. Hey everyone, Joe here from the Collection Compass, and welcome to another home media unboxing for you. Today, we have your Transformers Rise of the Beast. Now, before anyone goes any further,
you can download all these sounds.
Hold on, you usually do Marvel, DC, or Pixar. When do you start Transformers? Okay, there's a reason for that. There's a reason to my madness, so to speak.
So drop a like.
I actually am a big Transformers fan in terms of the live action stuff. I've only watched, I think, the 2008 animated show, and that was about it. So my status as a Transformers fan has come and gone. But I've got a really cool Steelbook, and I have all the Transformers DVDs. Then I kind of have no choice but to pick this up. But other than that, you know, it was just, you know, last summer, Transformers Rise of the Beast came out in theaters. It was, I think, the end of a 5-year gap between the last Transformers-related film, 6 years since the last mainline Transformers film. This kind of being more like a pseudo reboot to the whole film franchise, so like you kind of don't need to watch the Bay films to understand what the hell's going on in this one. Maybe Bumblebee to an extent, but other than that, this is a totally brand new entree into the Transformers film universe. And honestly, it has a bright one. Whether or not we will actually get to see more fruits from this labor is still very much unclear. But either way, I was very happy for the final product, and now that the film is now out on home media, and for hopefully more people to enjoy and watch for the comfort of their own home, as well as I believe it's on Paramount Plus. This is a Paramount movie, so yeah, that would be a Paramount Plus. Now is the time to showcase it, and just to show how it's a bit different, mind you, how home media is. You know, depending on what company, what movie it is. Not everything gets the Marvel, the DC, or even the Pixar love that, you know, that would usually come from it, and I'll showcase why in a little bit. But overall speaking, just here we go. Let's just jump right into it. I really have nothing much else to say. So let's get into the home media side of things for Transformers Rise of the Beast. So we're starting out with the DVD cover. I want to say, yeah, this is just the theatrical poster, which honestly it is really cool. It's not like a floating head pose, it's just like a group shot of all the main Transformers, whether it's the Autobots or the, I want to say the Maximus? Yeah, I think it's the Primals. I can put the Beasticon. I forgot what it is. This is why I am not a true Transformers fan, mind you. But this was a pretty cool poster. This kind of doesn't, like, you know, and also it's more embodiment of how like people have complained about with previous Transformers films. Like, it's always been about the human characters, then the Transformer. This kind of being more along the lines, because the poster's like, okay, Transformers are the big ones, then you got the human characters just in the tiny bottom there. So just to showcase the point of them trying to make it there. Side profile, the new logo is still very much in line with how the Michael Bay stuff used to be, but it's kind of got a sleeker look. Rise of the Beast being more orange, kind of representing the more primal nature of the film. And in the back we get one review, the synopsis for the film, a bunch of pictures, and yeah, that's about it. No bonus features, nothing at all. That's just it. And then the DVD, which is a great disc, and I believe the last canonical unboxing I just did for this channel was the Elemental the unboxing. So that seeing colored pictures and everything was like, wow. It's like, are we finally going back to that? And then I opened this one up. I was like, no, definitely not. No, we still got a long ways to go on that one, buddy. This being the case of, like, I was doing my research for this video before I came prepared, like, just to have the cover art for the other versions memorized. This is actually the first case where, actually not really. This is just the default for all of them, and I don't know if it's Paramount just being stingy or just being, like, cheap with the home media release. They literally just copy and paste. I'll just put them up, like, you know, in order, like, you go to Blu-ray to 4K. No, it's literally the same cover. It's obviously you get special features on the Blu-ray and the 4K versions. That's about the big difference, but other than that, like, yo, it's the same cover. Like, they didn't even try. And keep in mind, this wasn't like a very big promoted movie with like multiple posters and anything. I'm pretty sure there was like one unique photo with Optimus Prime facing down against Maximum Prime. I want to say that's his name from the movie. So that was really about it, mind you speaking. So other than that, there really wasn't any other like gigantic posts. I'm pretty sure there were, but like, you know, just the irony of like, no, they just didn't want to print out more copies. It's just like, okay, copy paste for all the versions, which again, it kind of keeps the uniformity, but at the same time, it's like, it kind of devalues, like, you know, just like the uniqueness. I don't know, maybe I'm just like a big specific type of collector where like I would like everyone to have like their own unique take. Like this would be the DVD, DVD, then you have Blu-ray have another cover, 4K you have another cover. I don't know, that's just my preference for it, but just to see everything just be just as well. And it's not a bad poster. I'm not trying to say it's a bad poster. I'm just trying to say that you kind of have the opportunity to like do some cool things with this, with the home media release, give a little incentive for the collectors, but I'm like, you kind of don't do that. I'm like, all right, it is what it is by that point, you know. Just in terms of cover, like, I guess you really don't have to decide in terms of you're like looking for the best one, because it's just one, just really one all, to say the least. Now we have the 4K Steelbook. This is the only home media version that you're gonna get something different. This being kind of like a more graffiti, more stylistic cover of Optimus Prime's face, till all are one and the logo. I honestly really do like this. I really do. It's like, it's something different. It's something a bit cooler, more edgier, mind you. And then when you open up to show both sides, I'm like, yeah, that's really the cool thing about this. Is really cool. Whoever did the art for this was dope. And it's like, Jesus, you can even flip it over, like you want to demonstrate this side. It just kind of works. I love these types of steelbooks that really do that, and I really appreciate that, mind you, for that. On the inside, you get the 2 discs. The 4K is the black one, and then the Blu-ray is the blue one, ironically speaking. Promoting the other steelbook, because they have made steelbooks for the other films, for the other 6 films. Well, they did another version of Bumblebee, and they did the first 5 from the Michael Bay ones, which honestly speaking, I'm not going to get them, to be honest with you, because I just, those movies are just too inconsistent to own them in my collection in terms of a steelbook. I don't think I can justify the cost for that, to be honest with you. It's not to say these are all bad movies. I think the first one and Darker the Moon were like the only good ones. The other 3 were like, oof. Yeah, and like considering how the market is right now, like I really am not going to be wanting to pick those up, just to be completely honest with you. Now the cool thing about this is that, and I've been complaining about this in recent unboxings, that like usually these steelbook companies, like they usually like have like a really nice photo here, but keep this pretty empty. This being a group shot of the Autobots and the Maximus teaming up. And honestly, this is really cool. This is really cool. I like, you know, this is the sort of thing I love to see. Sadly, Optimus is obscured by the disc slots, which it's a little bit of like, okay, you know, it is what it is by that point. But I at least appreciate that they were trying to like get them, you know, this is unique. This is like a really cool group shot. Like, if I ever really do want to demonstrate that, this is something very cool. Like, I appreciate it. Thank you, Paramount. This is like, I think one of the only good things you did about this whole media release, to be completely honest with you about that. Now over here you have the J card, which I do not kind of like, because in fact, again, like I'm used to like the other versions of it, but like this being like just like traditional like steelbook release, where like it's just demonstrating this is the film for it, instead of like having like a very nice J card version of it. Not just, it is what it is. There's the logo. The back, you get the J card, which is almost identical to the DVD, but you get a little difference, where the special features are listed here, which is a documentary about Rise of the Beast with special features, going deleted and extended scenes. So at least you get that. At least you kind of get that, mind you. This is one of the rare ones that have a little bit of a sticky side, so I kind of had to like put it away for a while, because this was like a little annoying, to be completely honest with you. Alright, so the usual get-go. What do I think of the Transformers Rise of the Beast home media release from Paramount? I am not a big fan. I'm really not a big fan. I think there is a lot of opportunities here to do more with the film. It's not to say every film should deserve the same TLC, or at least the same release strategy as like a Marvel film or a DC film or Pixar, just them being like the big 3 we cover on this channel. I do understand not every film's going to receive that love, but like when you have a brand such as Transformers, and yeah, I will admit, yeah, the film didn't do so well, you know, in terms of like what they wanted to reach. I don't think it hit 500 million, so I think it was the lowest grossing named Transformers movie in like a while. But then again, there's franchise IP burnout happening right now, so that was meant to happen. I guess I want to say, like, unless this was an amazing Transformers film, which you can check out my review over on Action X to go hear that out right now if you want me to talk more about that. I will say that for the majority, while it is a massive improvement to the Bay films, it definitely it is not the OMG, this is like the definitive Transformers film style we need to get. I think they're on the right track. But other than that, they're just not quite there yet. So I think that's what, like, you know, and even like you had so many Transformers fans back in the late 2000s and then the 2010s up until 2017, where they were there, they were showing up for these films, but eventually they just kind of got burned out with the whole, you know, every film was just not doing so well as, you know, reception wise as the predecessor. And then you get to, you know, this one where like it's so great, but like so many fans, they just don't want to take the risk. They want to just wait till it comes home on either their streaming platform or on the home media side of things. And honestly, they kind of missed a lot with the home media side of things, to be completely honest with you. And I'm not trying to say, like, you know, like I want to see the other Transformers films were like that too with their home media releases. So it's not out of the norm for them, but like we're in the modern age where like you can do something more with your releases, because you're already spending a lot of money to purchase these, whether it's the $20 for the DVD, $25 for the Blu-ray, $30 for the 4K, whatever you're spending it on. It's still a lot of money at the end of the day. Everyone knows how the economy is. So if you even have the funds to even afford home media, you at least want to get a little nice pizzazz where now you're just spending $20 for just the base movie. That's it. You're not really getting anything extra out of it. And, you know, and no one can really say it's a space issue, because like they've been doing DVDs for like now over 20 years now, and they were able to chock full of them, you know, into it. So this is not just one of the rare instances where like it just doesn't work out. It really does not work out, to be completely honest with you. I mind that just having the standard dishes just be the same poster art, and the only difference is the special features. Like for me, it's not really worth it. I know there's people like that cares about the quality, like my friend George, but like it still counts as the notion of like, you know, differentiated a little bit more. There was opportunity there, to mind you. But for the Steelbook, oh my god, like it's like they didn't try anything with the DVD, but they really went hard on the 4K Steelbook. Oh man, it looks so freaking perfect. It was like nearly perfect, just 9.9. Optimus Prime face inside jam. Gotta have some justice for Optimus Prime. You gotta have some justice. But honestly speaking, it's freaking cool. It's like so dynamic. I think it's one of the coolest Steelbook arts that I've seen come out of any company. I think the only competition that I can even name from last year was probably Wakanda Forever, with its double-sided Namor versus the Wakandans. I think that was the only one that can even rival it. But I still think this takes the cake. The art and the colors just, they scream so loud. They just, you know, they make it known that this is different. This is like something else. This is not the same as the Bay movie. This is something different. And, you know, as an appeal, like if this was on shelves, which sadly it's not anymore. I don't know how Walmart's doing it, but it really is the case of like, it's just inviting. It's just like, oh my god, this looks so different. Obviously, it's not a full representation of the movie, but it is something to like draw people in. Like, you know, obviously don't judge a book by its cover, but it will get people to buy the book, if that makes sense. And also it's a Steelbook, so double meaning, mind you. So for me personally, if I had to pick any one of these home media, I think the 4K Steelbook, absolutely, you're going to spend more money on it, but guess what? You're going to get like the best value for your buck. If you do want to bargain for the other versions, I would say wait till there's a big price drop on those. I think right now they are going for some price drops, so go pick them up right now if you want to. But if you want to hold out a little longer, you can. This isn't one of those films that's like, OMG, we got to need this like by tomorrow. Like that's not how it's going to go here, to be honest with you about that. But otherwise, for me, yeah, I fully recommend the Steelbook. I think that's a 10 out of 10, a 9.9 technically speaking. Out of me, the regular releases is just meh. Wait till they're on price deals somewhere online. Otherwise, yeah, let me know in the comments below which version of Transformers Rise of the Beast did you pick up. I would love to hear your thoughts down below about them. I believe that's going to do it for me today, everyone. This has been Joe here from the Collection Companies. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Like, favorite, share if you want to. Ring that bell and follow us on social media. But until we see each other again, thank you so much for watching. Until then, stay safe out there. Be good to each other. And as always, peace out.